All right. What is going on, everyone? Ashleigh here, and welcome to, this is a newer version. Um, Bear with me here. I'm actually coming to you from my computer. So I am popping on today to talk to you about, really for me, a new accountability feature that I'm going to be implementing onto Us For Real. And so if you have been following us for a while, my husband and I, hi, I'm Ashleigh, my husband is Adam, and we started this vlog over a year ago, and really just kind of is a look into our life. By day, Adam is a traditional business owner and does custom home renovations. I work in corporate America, having the opportunity to change careers and kind of shift my focus. I'm really excited. I'll be starting that Monday. And so I've just had a couple days off here. But, we are a couple. We've been together for 10 years, married for 6. Wow, time flies. And it's just kind of following us in our life. We used to live in a 550 square foot studio apartment and recently built and bought a home. And it has just been so much fun this last year. We've just had a lot going on. So we also own and operate an online affiliate marketing company and business, and love to get to work with like-minded people. And so, yeah, we got a lot going on. But if you've been following us for a while, or at least since September, you probably saw a video that I did on starting keto. And so if you don't know what keto is, it's the ketogenic diet, and it's kind of like all the rage right now. And I didn't choose to start the keto diet because other people were doing it. I did actually have my younger brother did it and lost like 40 pounds and looks amazing. 40 pounds or 60 pounds? Derek, I don't remember. I'm really sorry. But had great results with it. And I really trust him. And he did a ton of research on it and gave me a lot of really great resources. And so end of September into probably Thanksgiving time, I really buckled down and got to work and lost about 20, 25 pounds. And then from November to now, so now we're in March, I've just been really maintaining. I've been, kind of fluctuating, probably for like 3 to 5 pounds here and there. We went on vacation in February and I fluctuated a little bit. And so I'm kind of getting back down. But really my ultimate goal with keto was to, number one, lose weight. I have about, in total, I wanted to lose about 40 to 45 pounds. And secondly was to build muscle tone and to get my body fat percentage down. And, it was so encouraging when I first started keto. I felt great. I did have some symptoms of keto flu. If you don't know what that is, I can put some links to that below here. But I really enjoyed it. Honestly, it really just fit into my lifestyle. I found that I was full and satiated after I ate, which was really nice because I am an emotional eater and have battled that for a long time. And it really just kind of helped me to get away from it a little bit. But it's so easy that when you see results, and I saw results, I felt amazing after my first 10 pounds. And then I lost my next 10 and I was like, well, this is awesome. And I just got complacent because I felt good. My clothes were fitting better. I looked in the mirror. I was proud of myself. On top of it, I was building muscle tone. Like I have tone in my arms that I have never had before. My legs are coming along nicely. Like I'm lifting heavy. I feel great. My endurance is good. My levels are good. And so it's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to not push yourself because you feel good and you look good and whatever. But, I know my ultimate goal. And so because I'm starting this new season, coming into a new career and, Adam and I we have a lot of really wonderful things going on. I don't want to let my health slide during this time. And so I'm going to be using our vlog as an accountability feature, and we'll be doing more than likely weekly check-ins. And so I think what I'm going to do is plan to do my check-ins on Sunday, where I just update you on where I'm at on weight, inches lost, and then I will update my body fat percentage. And I might not update that last one every week. I might do it every 2 weeks or every month. I need to kind of see what is a good gauge to measure that. I've just got one of those handheld ones. So that is going to be the plan. So I am just kind of putting it out there. Here's where I'm at today. And it's scary, but it's really good. And I'm just excited to have an accountability feature here. And so, I did it before and I can do it again and I'm excited to do it, but I really did get complacent. And even though I feel really good and I look good and I love going to try on new clothes, I bought a new pair of jeans the other day and like shocked myself at the size I was at, especially because I haven't really been tracking anything. So today, what I'm going to do for you, if you're starting on a keto journey and you want to get some more information on what do you do to get yourself set up, I think it's really important, no matter what thing you're doing, that you understand that losing weight is literally science. It's calories in, calories out. And if anybody else is telling you differently, I'm not saying I'm a registered dietitian, but I've done it, and I've done it where I haven't tracked my macros and I haven't tracked calories, and I don't typically lose weight. It's when I am tracking those things. And I don't think you have to do that forever, but if you've got a big weight loss goal, you should know where you're at every single day. It's like if you have a financial goal and you're trying to save money, you're not doing a budget. You're not checking your checking account or your savings account. You're evaluating those things every day. It should be the same thing when you're losing weight. You should be understanding what the heck you're putting in your body, because if you don't know what's going in, you don't know what you're going to get out. And you should understand, if you're working out, how many calories you're burning, or at least have an idea of it so that you can plan accordingly and know where you fall at the end of every day. Because it literally is a science: calories in, calories out. And if you're somebody that you've stumbled across this video and you don't agree with that, or maybe you have a different approach, I would love for you to leave that below in the comments section. I know this is just what's worked for me. I'm not telling you that you have to do it this way, but as I got into keto, I had an opportunity at the place that I worked at. Because I had great results, people would ask about it. It was so funny because on my last day there, I found out like half of the office was doing keto. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And people typically had questions or wanted to know, how did you lay out your macros? What are some sites that you use for recipes? So I want to just cover all that with you here today. And I'm going to take you in as I go through and actually reset my macros. I'm going to show you a couple sites that I use for macro calculators. I'll also show you the site that I utilize for food journaling, because I think that that's really important. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else, any other helpful like recipe items and things like that. So I'm going to share my screen out with you while I do this. And I'm really hoping that this video isn't super long, but I'm kind of a chatty Cathy sometimes. So there's that. All right, so let me take you in here real quick. Let's see if I can move that down. Bear with me here while I'm just setting a couple things up. So there is a, back when I did my first, oh, you know what? I didn't blog about that until November 2nd. I think I was a little ways through it. So November 2nd on our blog channel, I made a quick update as far as my keto stuff. And, here's an after picture and kind of a before picture. I was big. I was probably in that photo, I was either 190 or 195, and I was like fake dieting. Like I was working out. I love to work out. I love being in the outdoors. I love to run. But obviously was much, much thicker than this photo to the right. Here I was this is probably when I was at like I think it was like midway through. I was probably at like 170 here, and I was feeling awesome. And my frame is even much, much, much smaller, but was starting to get tone in my arms at this point. I know some people would look at that and be like, you don't have any tone in your arms, but for me, it's tone. They're much more shapely now. I'm really proud of that. So obviously my legs have gotten smaller too, which has been great. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick rundown of my keto journey. But something that I used that was really helpful was a macro calculator. And two that I would recommend for people if you're interested is one from a website called ketogains.com. I'll go ahead and link that down below, but it's this URL that I have here on my screen. It's super simple to walk through. I can take you through that in a second here. And the other one is by a couple who actually have a blog, and probably one of my favorite YouTube channels for keto because they have amazing recipes. They also have a recipe book that they sell, and that is ketoconnect.net. Really cool couple. I'm a big fan of them. So I'm just going to take you through here real quick. I went ahead and actually filled all this out. But this is my body composition, and this is on the ketogains.com site. And I just want to show you quick. I filled out this information and I actually came up with 2 different sets of macros. And so I wanted to show you real fast. Sometimes it's okay to get a second opinion. If you feel like something might be a little low or you're maybe not comfortable with something, go look at go look at other sites. So I put in my starting weight and I just estimated I'm at about 165. I'm not going to lie. I've been creeping. My body fat percentage is at 31%. Obviously my goal is to get that down. That's really important to me. They have an activity level piece. So this is not counting exercise. So basically if you have a desk job, if you work behind a desk all day, unless you're a nurse, you're up and running, you're a mailman, you're delivering mail all day, you need to mark sedentary. Just set yourself up for success. You know, you're sitting most of the day. Next under here is your daily calories. So my goal right now is to lose fat. Obviously, if I wanted to gain muscle, I'd be bulking, maintaining. You know, this is kind of what I need to be taking in to maintain weight, but mine is losing fat. My calorie deficit, I'm going to go ahead and just go with their default, which is 25%. So what this is going to do is it's going to give me a breakout of how many calories I want with exercise and without exercise. And it's actually giving me the same. So calories with exercise, a little over 1,200. Then it'll give me kind of a breakout, which I'm going to change this because I typically work out about 50 minutes a day. Oh, you know what? So I'm going to go 30 on weights and 30 on cardio. About 400 calories. I usually burn between 400 to 600 calories a day in an actual workout. So, and then it's going to give you a breakout of your macros. And if you don't know what a macro is, it's your macronutrients, and it's typically 3 or 4 main items. So in keto, you want to track 4 main categories: your carbohydrates in grams, protein, fat, and fiber. Okay. And then there's something else that I'll throw in here, and it's called net carbs, net gram carbs. So in order to calculate your net gram carbs, you're going to take however many carbs you eat during your day. So let's say I have 30 grams of carbohydrates that I take in, but my fiber, I took in 12 grams. That would put me at a net 18 grams of carbs. So you're taking carbs minus fiber. Okay. Just as an FYI. I have read somewhere that the only net carbs that you should calculate are those that you get from leafy greens, not from like Quest bars or things like that. But, you know, I kind of take that with a grain of salt. I try to eat as much actual food as I can versus like a Quest bar or something like that. But again, sometimes I just can't get away from it because we're busy people. So anyway, so this is a breakdown of my macros and where I want to be focusing on. And so for me, what I would do in my Fitness Pal, which is the online diary that I utilize, would be to plug this information in. So each day I know I want to hit about 91 grams of protein, 25 grams of net carbs. And so when you're doing keto, you typically want to be between 20 to 25. I set mine on the higher range just to set myself up for success. You can do what they recommend, obviously. So I'm actually going to click that. So 114 grams, 25 net grams, 85 grams of fat. So a higher fat piece here. And then it's going to give you a breakout of daily calories, what you want to be taking in. Oh, good. Sorry. So I adjusted that. I adjusted my exercise, and it's telling me I can take in about 1,500 calories a day, which is pretty cool. So this puts me at about 1321. Looks good. So really for me to have success, I want to stick between that 1321, sorry, I'm scrolling everywhere, 1321 a day and 1529 a day, never going over 25 grams of carbs, net carbs in a day. Okay. I feel comfortable with that. That's about where I was to start. And then typically as I lost, probably was about every 10 pounds, I would readjust my macros, you know, every 7 to 10 pounds I'd readjust. So I only had to readjust like twice or 3 times, I think. Another great resource is the Keto Connect site. So if you go to ketoconnect.net/calculator, again, I'll link that down below. You can enter in all the same information, and it might spit out something a little bit differently for you, just kind of depending. But you know, if maybe I don't know, for whatever reason, you may just have one preference over the other. So just as an FYI. And again, if you feel like that this is crap, this isn't helpful to you, or you don't trust me in this, that's totally fine. This is what I use. This is what's worked for me. So next, what I'm going to do is go to my Fitness Pal. I'm going to let's make sure I can get logged in here. I need to log in. If you are not familiar with MyFitnessPal, oh, I hope this allows me to log in. We'll see. Yeah, sweet. I've had this thing forever, since before I got married. It's great because you can track your food, you can track your exercise, and basically anything that I take in, anything that I eat, I track it here. Obviously, I haven't started tracking today. Boo me, but it happens. So what I'm actually going to do is try to find where I need to update my macros, because I'm going to go in here and get that updated. Actually, I think it might be under goals. It's a free app too. They do have a premium version. Free is fine. There are a couple things that you need to just watch. Like, you can't necessarily set your, bear with me. I'm going to go into my daily nutrition goals is what you want to look for. So again, that's under goals, daily nutrition goals. I'm going to reset my calories here. I'm going to set them to, let's see, calories with exercise, 1529. You know what? I think just to be safe, I'm going to set right between that at about 1400. No, you know what? No. 1320. Wasn't that what it was at before? Hold on. I'm talking to myself. Sorry, guys. 1321, 1529. So yeah, you know what? We're going to do 1400. That'll keep you right in range. All right. So carbohydrates a day. Now this will only allow, if you have the free version, it will only allow you to set it in increments of 5s, just as an FYI. So I'm going to keep this down. I'm going to myself keep note of what these macros are. So you could screenshot this, you could write it in a notes and just put it on your phone. You could write it in a notebook, a planner, whatever it is. So just kind of knowing where your macros need to be for the day. Fat is at 85. So let's just double check that. I have 54. So I'm going to go up 75, 78, 86. And I'm going to take this down because I want this to equal 100. Protein 140, which protein is 114 here. So I need to just, in my mind, remember that that's different, because I just don't want to pay for a free version. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down and actually screenshot this so I remember what my macros need to be for the day. Bear with me. I'm actually just going to shoot a quick photo so I remember what they should be. And again, this isn't going to line up exactly because it's basing it off of this many daily calories. So this is going to look a little bit different, but this is a good guiding post here for me. So saving changes. All right. Very, very good. You can go in and change your stuff, your fitness goals. I'm just going to update that. Cool. All right. So home and food. Again, if you're not familiar with MyFitnessPal, you can always go in and kind of pop on and get a tutorial on it, but that is where I'm going to be tracking my food and all of that there. I could actually show you maybe from the past, if I can pull up. September, I think, is when I started. And I was tracking like religiously in September. Oh yeah, look at that. That was a solid day. So here's just a snapshot of kind of what I would eat. I'm not telling you have to eat this. This is just kind of what I did. Typically in the morning, I would have a pretty big breakfast, whether it was sausage or bacon, a couple eggs, heavy whipping cream with coffee, which is like my favorite thing. It still is ever. For a snack, I typically do a couple hard-boiled eggs. Lunch was usually spinach with some type, a really good leafy green with good protein. I love these. They spelled chunky wrong. I did a beef short rib salad that I turned into kind of like a Mexican salad. It was really good. I made these awesome coconut peanut butter balls from a site called Ruled Me. Dinner was a brat, broccoli. So typically a protein and a green of some kind. And guys, I got to be honest, I drink on keto. I know a lot of people who say not to. I don't drink beer, so that's a good thing. I've never really been a big beer drinker. I'm a big Tito's person. I love vodka, and so vodka soda with a lime is a great place to start. Wine in moderation. I really love wine, but I'm probably going to really cut back on it just because it's not good for me when I'm on this. And so this is what a kind of a typical day would look like for me, about 1,385 calories. You know, fat was at 85. Sodium, I don't really worry about, but they track that. My carbohydrates were at 24. So actually net gram of carbs would have been 19. So that was a really solid day. And 90 grams of protein. Probably could have gone a little bit higher on the protein and the fat situation, but that's fine. I'm trying to remember if I tracked workouts that day. Let's take a look. That was September 27th. So let me take you through this here. So my workouts actually are done through, I work out at a gym called Orange Theory Fitness, and I love it because they actually send you a recap. They track your heart rate during the entire workout. You just wear a little band. And they'll send me a workout of, you know, what my heart rate was at, where I was at, like where my levels were at, how long I was in each level. But really for me, I'm just looking at how many calories did I burn. And so I love being able to have that. Yeah. So this day I burned 513 calories at Orange Theory, which was pretty typical for me. So it's a great resource to have. So yeah, that's MyFitnessPal. I'll leave the other two calculators down below. And so one other item I want to show you real quick is a couple of sites that I utilize for recipes. So while I'm pulling those up, and Keto Connect. So there's this great site called Keto Gains. Keto Gains is pretty awesome just because they have a ton of stuff. Ton of resources and things. They've got a really good FAQ section. People are constantly posting on their wall here, which is really nice. I used that quite a bit when I first started, as I had like tons of questions, or if I was feeling kind of fluish, it's what's called the keto flu symptoms. That was a great place for me to go to figure out what the hell I needed to do. It's really nice. So Keto Connect has some really good recipes that they break down for like breakfast, main dishes, side dishes, snacks, which is a big one. I'm always making snacks when I'm on keto. Desserts, which is like, their stuff's legit. Really simple stuff. I'm trying to think of a couple that I'm a really big fan of. They have these things called fat bombs that I would recommend if you're looking to make a solid snack, something that you can take with you. Fat bombs are really awesome to make. They're really simple to make too. They just have a ton of really good recipes, and these guys do an amazing job, you know, setting up their shots and just taking beautiful photos, but their stuff really does taste good. I maybe have had one fail, and that was with the lemon chicken. I think I did it wrong. I don't know. It's great. But these fat bombs are really good. What can I tell you that I've had that I'm just so in love with? These no-bake peanut butter cookies are freaking awesome. I actually put dark chocolate chips in them that are, they have like an all natural sugar. Is it erythritol? It was erythritol in there that were really good. And then they have these cheesecake bites. This guy right here, this keto cashew cheesecake is one of my favorite things ever. I love making it. It's so simple to make and it's so effing good. So anyway, that is Keto Connect. Again, I'll leave that down below. Next one is Ruled Me. It's ruled.me. And this, I don't know who's behind it, if it's one woman or if it's like a company, but they have some really great recipes here for you as well. Notice how I always go toward dessert, but some really good stuff. So if you're interested in some different recipes and just resources, you can go check them out as well. So let me pull back on my screen share here. Maybe. Stop share. There we are. All right. So that in a nutshell is some resources that I've utilized for keto. I just reset my macros, so I'm all good to go. I think what I'm going to do is plan to start tracking everything on Sunday. So I will do my measurements that day and do a quick check-in as far as how I'm doing. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to do check-ins at. If I want to do that like on our blog, on Instagram or something, I'll figure that out and I'll kind of post some of that below. Or if I just want to shoot a video on it, honestly, I might just plan to do that and do some like before and after photos. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into it. I'm excited to have an accountability piece here because I feel like once you put something online, people are going to hold you accountable to it. So it's really good. It's good. It's scary and it's good all at the same time, but I need it. So, you know, it's one of those things like you've come this far, you might as well just keep going. And ultimately I have a goal to set for myself. And I know that if I really put my mind to it, that I can get it done. I also have been implementing a couple new supplements into my daily routine. I do get asked sometimes, do you have to take anything? Are there supplements that you can take on keto? There are companies that actually make what are called exogenous ketones. You don't have to take that stuff. It does get really expensive. I actually currently do take a couple of products just to keep myself well-rounded. So I take a fiber supplement to keep regular. If you want information on the fiber supplement I take, it is awesome. I've been taking it for a little over a month now, and I have nothing but great things to say. And I have a really hard time with fiber. For some reason, I just have a really sensitive tummy, and I have not had any issues at all with this fiber supplement. I do take collagen as a woman and some biotin. I just think that that's important if you're a woman that you do that. I do take an iron supplement as well, just because I had some issues, and why I take biotin and collagen and iron is because I had some issues with my hair. I noticed some hair loss, and now my hair is growing back. Now, I wasn't like having bald spots or anything like that, but when you do lose weight, your body can sometimes react in a way, and sometimes it's different for other people. Mine happened to be some hair loss. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was noticeable for me. So I started utilizing those products. I also take a pre-workout that is awesome. And I do take protein just because sometimes I'm running throughout my day and it's hard for me to make sure that I get in my protein, but I've got a great protein that has really good net carb ratio to it that tastes delicious too. So again, if you want any of that information, go ahead and leave that and just ask me in the comments below. I'd be happy to give you that info. But again, like I said, there are tons of companies out there that like claim to have keto stuff. I know company that does some wrap thing. They have a bulletproof coffee. You can make bulletproof coffee at home. I would actually just recommend that you make bulletproof coffee because it's so much better when you have fresh butter in it. Legit. You can put butter in your coffee on keto. It's awesome. Sorry, pardon my French. It is really good, but don't feel like you have to go out and buy all this keto stuff because you can really spend a lot of money and you really don't need to. As long as you've got some supplements that can kind of help, make sure that you've got a good, well-rounded diet and that you're getting the vitamins and minerals that you need, you're really in good shape. And I'm not knocking other companies. I think, we live in such a consumer-based world today that people will do that. And, we've used tons of products before. Some have worked, some have not, some were a total waste of money. And so what is cool about keto is that you don't actually have to. I choose to put a couple of products, use a couple supplements to kind of help me keep things well-rounded, but that's about it. So, yeah, I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to just kind of share some of this with you and share my journey. And, I will do my best to, remain transparent with you. I know I've followed some blogs and people that like post before and afters, and I will definitely plan to do that. But I'm a very modest person, so I probably won't be posting like swimming suit photos and things like that, just because I feel like I don't really want to share that with the world. So you might get something in like a tank top. Like, I'm just telling you that much. That is just really not my jam. So unless I like take a photo in a swimsuit in the summer or something like that, I probably won't be sharing that. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm super modest, and I'm like, that's for my husband. That's not really for other people to look at, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll get ballsy and take something in a sports bra and like a high cropped pant or something. I don't know. Anyway, that is all I have for you. Hope you're having an awesome day whenever you're watching this and that you found value in it. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. Give this video a thumbs up. Obviously let us know let me know if there are other things that you want to learn about in keto. If you have any questions for me personally, again, I am not like a registered dietitian. I am not a pro. I'm just a person who implemented this, saw success with it, have been able to maintain it, haven't I haven't gained my weight back, which truthfully, this is the first like diet that I've done that I haven't actually gained all the weight back. So that's a success. I feel like that's a success. So we're taking steps forward, but I'm just ready to go conquer the next half. And I feel like I'm in a good spot to do it. And so why not do it now? It's all good. Anyway, so now I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Friday, and I hope you, wherever you are, have an awesome day. So again, give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that little bell. You'll get notifications on when we have new things coming out. And with that being said, my friend Charity is messaging me, so I will talk to you very soon. Okay, bye.